Hi guys, my name is Sam, aka RetroBanjo, and today we're going to be starting a new series. Really looking forward to be playing this one. This is going to be, it's one of my all-time kind of favourite games / guilty pleasures, because I know this kind of, the game gets a little bit of a, it's got a cult following, hasn't it? But when you kind of talk to your friends about it, it's kind of like you play a Disney game, mate. But I really love it. The story is freaking epic, and this music alone on the screen just kind of hits me, because it kind of reminds me of a time when I was a bit lost almost, and in my life, and just kind of like to escape from it all, to come back to this game time and time again whenever I was feeling a bit low. Yeah, it helped me out a lot. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to playing this game again. Vibration, let's get some good vibrations. Let's get cracking. Now, I'm a little bit worried about the copyright content, because this has got this cutscene now is got a bit of a, it's licensed music essentially. So I'm probably going to talk all over it, just about my experience with this game. You see here it's got Squaresoft. So this is a time before Squaresoft became Square Enix, to those Final Fantasy buffs. That's partly the reason why I came to this game. Huge Final Fantasy fan. Started at 7, as a lot of people did in my age. And then you kind of get, then you see 8 come out later on. That was awesome as well. Then 9, and you kind of think to yourself, why did it start at 7? So I went back and started playing all those ones as well. Still got to play a few of those older ones. I haven't really had the time to play a few of them, but yeah, I played 1, and I started playing 3, the re-release of what is 3, the one that was missing, that wasn't released in the US originally, or UK, because you know Final Fantasy 6 was free in the UK and US. Anyway, I digress. The reason why I picked this game up is because it had the Squaresoft logo on the front cover. And the front cover, it's got it's got like all the characters on, and it kind of it caught my curiosity basically, and I haven't regretted it picking it up since, really. It's got amazing gameplay about it. It's the kind of the first ever RPG where I kind of got into the action RPG, where in a sense basically you're, instead of there being any random encounters, and the screen goes to like a funky colour and transitions to a battle screen, it's just live, active. The enemies pop up, you've got to smash them, jobs are good. And so it was really quite kind of like a hectic kind of gameplay, which is quite cool. And it's set in the universe of Disney characters. What more can you ask for? And it's quite interesting and quite unique in a sense. And yeah, there's nothing really quite like it. Like no really like kind of like mashup has really kind of like got this much of a cult following. I'm pretty sure there isn't much of a following for the Flintstones and the Jetsons, but there definitely is one for this game, and it's kind of gone in a weird direction. Like I know like Kingdom Hearts 3 is due to come out soon, so this is another reason why I really wanted to play this, because I played 1 and 2. I tried playing some of the other handheld games and stuff as well, but I didn't really have the time at the time. But I know they've re-released the game as well in HD, and bolted on games that were included in the that were on the Game Boy Advance and the DS and stuff like that, just to tie up the story and stuff, to try and make sense of it, because the story is a little bit convoluted. But what I'm doing here now, I'm going back to my only PlayStation 2 version of it, the original game. I'm not playing it on the PS3 or the PS4, wherever the remake is, just because yeah, that's what I got available. So I was thinking, is this game going to be considered retro? And then in the cover of the game sleeve, I got the receipt of when I purchased this. And I purchased this game second hand 10 years ago, so nearly coming up to 11. It was January 2016 I bought this. Yeah, so Yeah, it's coming up to 11, but then it was released in 2002. So yeah, this game I would say is air quotes retro. Awesome. So yeah, you jump straight in from that cutscene and you land on a Cinderella platform, and there's a little bit of kind of like, what the fudge is going on? You know, you got these characters that not Final Fantasy characters, not Disney characters, and it looked like Sora had a bit of a wet dream there, where he's constantly looking at water and dreaming about a girl and a friend there. Maybe he's having some younger teenage angst at his age and having a few dodgy dreams. But what we got here, we got like a choice to make from the get-go, and it's a bit strange because like you have no idea what the gameplay is all about, but it throws you in and says pick a sword, pick a shield, or pick a magic. Now, before I started doing this Let's Play, I was watching a few other people do it, just to kind of see, is it tangible, is it worth doing the time for the Let's Play, and yeah, I'll say so. I reckon it's got quite a few people interested in the game, and they all said that the best strategy to get is to I'll keep using the D-pad, I got to use the analog stick. The best strategy to get is the shield first and give up the power of magic, because that way you get the extra slots for the items. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to play it the way I want to play it, and I'm quite an aggressive, all guns blazing kind of player, so I picked the sword from the get-go, and I have then also demolished the shield. I got rid of the shield, so essentially I'm going to be a very aggressive character. Oh, wonder if you can hear that vibration in my pad. I'm going to be a very aggressive character, so I'm going to have the moves, the special moves quite quickly, the magic quite quickly, but I'm going to lose the ability to have a few item storages and a few defense points as well. So, but the way I play this game, I rely heavily on Donald to be my kind of like cure, and Goofy to take some of the flack as well. So who's that? Is that Snow White? Lovely job. So again, you're kind of looking at these platforms thinking, what the fudge is going on? You've got these princesses here and stuff, and yeah, so you're kind of scratching your head at this point. So it's a bit strange, isn't it? Because you get that decision from the get-go. You're not really sure what is happening. So you've got all these menus here saying hit points and all this stuff. And you've got these little fellas popping up. These guys are the darkness. And that's the main, these are the main bad boys in this game. The whole premise is that apparently we all got darkness within us, and the darkness is taking us over and destroying each and every one of our worlds. And by worlds, each Disney realm has its own world, as well as a few extra ones added in just for tying up the story and whatnot. Okay, cool. So just going through the lock-on features. So lock on, boom, 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 which comes quite useful. So you can drill into whichever enemy you're going to smash up. There we go. Boom, boom, boom. Where's the next guy? There he is. Nice. Yeah, I'm really looking for this is the first PlayStation 2 game, official PlayStation 2 game. I've played Sonic 3 and Knuckles on a Mega Collection on the PS2. So I'm just experimenting with the frame rate and the output of this. So it's going to be interesting to see if I need to crop the screen or anything like that. So apologies if the quality looks quite rubbish. I'm still kind of getting used to what different settings I need to do for each different console. Where are we to now? Ooh, a door. Let's go. Okie dokie. So yeah, field item, hit examine, job done. I can't open it. Another good reason why I want to do this RPG as well, because I was mulling over whether to do Pokemon or Final Fantasy, but then I realised I had to read quite a fair bit, at least with this game. Cutscenes, they do have some vocals on it, so I know the internet can be quite brutal, so at least I don't have to make loads of like errors when it comes to reading something, and I get massive comments about saying, "Oh, you're an idiot." Never mind. L2. Bob. Have we passed the test yet, guys? In the door we go. So there's a little tutorial as to how we use all the stuff and all the things. In we go. What's going on? The light. Walk into the light. I'm being a bit quiet as well, so my voice is not going to be very raised. Hopefully I won't be swearing too much either. Playing some Mega Man at the moment as well, and that's making me cross. Oh yeah, hold the door. Hold on, the door won't open just yet. First, this is another decision as well. And ooh, first person. You've got to like talk to these guys, and then they give you so that's Waka. What do you want out of life? To see rare sights, to broaden my horizons. And there's like a good and a bad kind of way of doing this as well. I haven't really kind of decided. I haven't really in fact, am I gonna be indifferent? Because it's a good and a bad way to do it. Because like you want it to be dawn. You don't want it to be light, or you don't want it to be dark. I think it's all to do with your leveling up as well. I'm gonna go with friendship. You want to broaden your horizons. You're afraid of being different. You want friendship. I think is that the right way to do it? Your adventure begins at midday. Yeah, I think midday is sounds good. Is the middle of the road. You don't want it to be dark. You don't want it to be light. I think purely because your adventure goes. I think the way you level up it affects the way you level up basically. So you want it to kind of be average. So midday is the right one to select. I believe. If I got that completely wrong, please help everyone out and comment below and say I'm an idiot along the way as well. Where am I going next? So who is this? Is that Sleeping Beauty? It is Sleeping Beauty. Press start button to open the start menu. Ooh, okie dokie. Can't do it in battle. No problem. Uh-oh, SpaghettiOs. This is going to be quite a nice playthrough as well, because I have completed this a few times, even done it in Expert as well, just to kind of get the cutscene at the end, which gives you a little sneaky peek into the future story arc. I can't remember if it tells you more info about than Kingdom Hearts 2, or it tells you about the follow-on game, which was I can't remember what it's called, but I know it's on the Game Boy Advance, where you kind of chain of memory, something like that I think it is. Oh, correct me again guys, I do apologise. I literally stuck to the core series, Kingdom Hearts 1, Kingdom Hearts 2, and I tried playing 360 something odd days of sleep on the DS at one point, but I just couldn't have the time to play it. So I know there's a game, there's a couple of games in between to kind of bridge the gap of the stories and stuff. So the end sequence, the unlockable sequence at the end, I can't remember if that was explanation as to what was happening in the Game Boy Advance game or Kingdom Hearts 2. But either way, it's pretty cool. Incentive to replay the game on a... Ooh, hello. Level 57. Oh, bye-bye save. Level 1. We've got a long journey ahead of us then, guys. They told me how to move the camera, but I can't. There we go. Over we go. It'd be quite nice to play a game as well where you can save as well, which is quite cool. I'm playing a lot of retro games which doesn't have that functionality, unfortunately. So if I can use that with Mega Man, that'd be pretty sweet. Yeah, it's got a password screen, but you know, if I can save it in portions of the level, that'll help me out a bit. The closer you get to the light, the greater your shadow becomes. How dark. Yeah, I absolutely love the music to this game as well. There are endless amounts of times where I listen to it on YouTube. Like you got like a lot of people put a lot of effort into putting like 24-hour, like 24-hour videos on of the intro screen and stuff. And I remember there was a day in work where I just kind of like sit there and listen to it all day. Yeah. Again, some of the music in this game kind of like soothes my soul. This guy, look at this big fella. I don't know what the strategy is on him. I think it's just a case of lock on, smash the punch button and smash the attack button, and jobs are good. And so I'm just gonna go ahead and do that. Hopefully, I'm not gonna lock onto these little fellas, because whenever I do my big swingy sword thing, I do tend to hit them. So boom, 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 boom. Yeah, one thing that might like disappoint some people when it comes to this game is that it is a bit smashy, kind of like you just got to kind of like blitz the attack button sometimes. So like, you know, but later in the game there's definitely strategy when it comes to the bosses and stuff. Like you really got to kind of like plan out your action, make sure you're stocked up, and time your attacks well. Otherwise you do find yourself in a bit of trouble in the later parts of the game. But overall, the learning curve in this game is not too bad. You don't really find yourself kind of like in a point where you feel overwhelmed and you've got to kind of like grind. You do feel like it is a natural kind of like learning curve, and anything that does go wrong in this game, as far as like not being able to get past something, whoops, hello, am I losing energy? Let's beat up some of these guys. Yeah, if you do kind of like find yourself in a bit of a pickle, it is kind of your, you know, like you just got to do a bit of grinding and that's it, jobs are good. And it's not because you're too far behind or whatever. Oh, there we go, got him. And I got some strength up. Fantastic. Oh dear, what's going on? I wonder if you guys can hear the vibration in my pad. Maybe I should have turned vibration off. Scary, he's scary, but don't be afraid. You hold the mightiest weapon of all. So don't forget. That's blue eyes, mate. People kill for those eyes. You are the one who will open the door. Wonderful. So that was a bit dark to begin with. So you've seen like you're kind of thinking, is this a Disney game? You saw like some of Disney princesses there on the pedestals that we were climbing. The cutscene was a bit like J-poppy. So at this point when you're playing the game, you're thinking, what the fudge have I picked up? And then it gets a little bit kiddie-like. And oh yeah, and the voice of this guy, correct me if I'm wrong guys again, is the kiddie off Sixth Sense, isn't it? He can see dead people. Maybe that's why all these monsters are after him, because he's the only one who can see them.
Huge black thing swallowed me up. I couldn't breathe, I couldn't... Ow.
Are you still dreaming?
It wasn't a dream. Or was it?
Or was it?
I don't know. What was
poor
that
Sora.
place?
It's a really cool
Bizarre.
story of these guys.
Yeah, sure.
And
Say, Kyrie, what was your hometown like?
yeah,
No,
really kind of really I'm happy to be playing this. It's going to be awesome. Can't wait to see how far we get with this.
Nothing at all?
Nothing.
So the whole backbone of this game is that they're all trying to kind of like get off this island and kind of go out and do a few adventures and stuff and things. So
But you know.
and just so happened at the same time the worlds are all kind of like disappearing. So yeah, it's
Along with
lucky
any
for
other
them.
worlds
That's
out
that's
there.
what's happening.
I want to see them all.
So what are we waiting for?
What are we waiting
Hey.
for?
Aren't you guys forgetting about
Oh
me?
god, here comes a stud muffin.
So, I guess I'm the only one working on the
This guy's
raft.
15 years old and he's got grey already.
And you're just
Distinguished,
as
some
lazy
people
as he
say.
is.
So you know this. Okay, we'll finish it together. I'll race
Oh
you.
god, it's a bit of a love triangle, isn't it?
What? Are you kidding?
Ready? Go!
Skadoosh, off they go. So it's all very nice and light and fluffy at the moment. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. So we've got a nice little introduction to our characters that we are playing, and we've got a nice little demo as to how we play the game and stuff like that, and then we've got the title screen. So cool. Where are we now? So we are on Destiny Island, as the lovely logo says. And yeah, now I've now got free reign of Sora. And yeah, so now I'm just going to chat to Kyrie, see what she wants me to do. So, can you give her the rest of the supplies? Yes, I heard you. 2 logs, 1 cloth, 1 rope. Very lovey-dovey kind of stuff. So, probably what I'm going to do then, guys. Ooh, here's a log there. I'm going to leave this episode right here. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you're going to continue this journey on for the rest of the game. Cool. I'm going to leave this one here then. Thank you so much for watching. Cheers then, guys. See you in the next video. Bye-bye.